got the back wheel on, as you can tell. Now the manual states that the castle nut goes on this side, chain side. Also, you probably noticed when you took this apart, you've got washers right here, spacers, one here, and they're both different thickness. The thinner one, according to the manual, goes on this side, okay, the brake hub side. The thicker one goes on the sprocket side, right here, okay? So for now, I've got it on there, it's tightened up, so just move around. I've got my brake on right here. I haven't put the bracket that holds it here in place to the frame. I'm just painting that up at the moment. So next step, I will probably be putting on the steering stem and so on, so that I can put my shocks and then the front wheel. Also, just to point out, and I've probably said it before in my previous posts, this is what I've done when I was taking my bike apart, is I took every single nut and bolt and I labeled it and put it in these baggies. These are these baggies you get, you know, the ones for the sandwich, for making a sandwich, and you put it inside these bags. I bought a box of this, and I'm telling you, it's making things a lot easier. See, everything's labeled. I put everything in a box, every single nut and bolt labeled. That way, once you're putting this thing back together, you'll remember how. If you're like me, usually you start a project and then you get sidetracked or other things come up, and it's months, maybe even a year before you get back to it. And you don't remember where every nut and bolt goes. So by doing it this way, by labeling everything, should be no issue. Okay, we're on to the steering stem, I guess you want to call it. Anyway, there it is. Now, I've got the diagram right here. As you can tell, it tells you exactly the steps to take to put the ball bearings in. The ball bearings go on this here, it's called a race. So there's a pattern, there's a way to do this. There's steps, I should say. I'll just take it off for you guys. Okay, the first thing that goes on is this little washer right here. It's really thin. Slide down. Next, you've got this rubber gasket or something like that. And then next is the race. And this is where the ball bearings go on. Let me put it in here. Put this here properly for you. There. Okay, so got the ball bearings a little baggy here. And what I do is I put a little bit of grease along the edge right here on the race, and then just stick the little balls there along the side, inside here. They stick there with the grease. And then what you do is you take this, and then you slide it inside. Oops, sorry. You slide it inside of this post here, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of tricky to do because you don't want the ball bearings to fall off. But once you get it in there, you hold it on tight, and then you start mounting the top. And the top, same thing again. You'll put a little bit of grease on the inside. You'll put your ball bearings in there, and then you'll put this other race basically on top like that. And then afterwards, you're going to put this cap, goes right here, kind of like that, and of course this is sticking up, right? So you're going to thread this over here. So anyway, I'll show you guys how to do it here step by step. Okay, I made a bit of a mistake here. It's better if you take the frame, as you can tell here, turn it upside down, and then grease this part, and then put your bearings, just so, okay? And then put your stem in upside down. Just a lot easier. I'd forgotten how I did it last time on my other bike, but yeah, this is the better way to do it. Okay, once you've got the bottom on, you flip the bike over, right? You just make sure you keep this tight here so the ball bearings don't fall out. Now I've put the ball bearings on already on here. You can kind of see them right here. And I've put the race back on top. Just kind of push it down. And next is putting this collar on. I've put grease inside the cup, so it'll sit in here. And also I put a bit of Loctite around here because I don't want this to get loose.